Hey guys, it is Tali Love of PrettyBrownNomad.com. It's been a long while since I dropped in to catch up, and tonight I'm just kind of catching up on a whim. I just left a date, and I want to talk about it. Um, yeah, because I want to talk about it. I have not done a lot of dating at all in the last year and a half since I've been a nomad. I can count on one hand the number of times I've met a gentleman in an attempt to, like, quote unquote, go on a date, for a number of reasons. Because I'm traveling, um, most importantly because I don't have time, and that's really the truth. But I also realize that I too have something going on where I'm kind of I don't know the word. I'm avoidant or something like that. So it's just not like I say that it's not a priority. I don't have time, and I really, really don't. But I also know that it's probably not normal to be so okay without dating. So I'm not gonna be in denial about that. But the truth of the matter is, I just have not done it. I just am seriously, um, I just don't date. There's no friends with benefits. There's no nothing. Okay, just giving you all the tea. There is nothing happening here, um, and I don't care about it or worry about it because I am so super super busy. I'm always working. I'm always doing something, moving, navigating, or whatever. I'm very new in my nomadic journey. It takes up a lot of time and a lot of work. But again, I'm not oblivious to the fact that maybe there's something that's not normal about that. Um, so anyway, so I do. I'm gonna say I do try, but I did try. I tried, and let me tell you. So what happened was, I had a sponsored dinner to attend tonight, and I was gonna network with another blogger to go to the sponsored dinner, and that blogger canceled. So I invited this guy that I had been chatting with online, and he had been trying to catch up with me, but I was always busy. Always something got in the way, and I just couldn't. So because this person bailed out, I'm like, hey, I got, you want to come to this dinner with me? It's complimentary, whatever. And he's like, sure. So he comes to the dinner, and I mean, it's just really a long story short. Let me see how I can make this a nice story. First of all, I thought the reason that I even went out of my way to do the date thing, because I don't do it, is because he says he's a journalist and he has this website and he writes all this stuff, but it's really like serious stuff. Like, he was staying in Serbia, and like it's really serious, detailed stuff, right? And he would like work with the New York Times or whatever, but he's freelance. So he would spend time living in these different countries, and so I figured, okay, cool, somebody who kind of gets it, you know what I mean? I thought, he's freelance, he understands. So cool. I'll, at least that's good. We can meet on common ground. Get there, and this guy is like worse than somebody that works in an office as far as how he treated me. Like, I don't know that he realizes how he treated me. And the truth of the matter is, the things that he projected were very common thoughts when it comes to a person that lives a nomadic lifestyle. For instance, I noticed that he kept questioning how I made my money. And I was okay with that. I don't mind being challenged by that. I thought, whatever, industry wise or just curious or whatever. But then he proceeded to tell me bloggers don't make money. Now, obviously, I'm not necessarily a blogger. I have a blog that helps me to generate income, because my blog actually acts as a storefront for me. And I'm more and more figuring out how to generate more income through the blog, but that's just one avenue, one channel. But he proceeded to tell me he knows that no blogger makes any money. And so he just knows that I have to make money through consulting or helping small businesses and entrepreneurs, which I do that as well. And that is essentially where the bulk of my income comes from. But okay, that was a little bit of a slap in the face. Kind of, but not really, because I get it. he doesn't get it. But it felt weird, and I started wondering, does he have a problem with bloggers because he's like a journalist, and this guy is older? So was he in this like phase of life where journalism was one thing, and maybe, I don't know, I have all these thoughts going on, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Then as conversation goes on, he's like, yeah, anybody I talked to that traveled a long time, they always were like, they were just really lonely people. Or, like everybody has to have roots or put roots down somewhere. If you're a nomad, like me, like, what? Like, okay, that's a pretty negative perception, but I'm like, well, actually, I really like my life. I don't find myself lonely, and at this point, obviously, I don't care about putting down roots because I am a very happy nomad. Then he goes on to say, yeah, well, I met these people in Chiang Mai when I went because they were talking about these digital nomads, and I was really disappointed. All these people, they want to do these $4 coffees and go to these really trendy and nice coffee shops, and honestly, they were nothing but dirty hippies. Okay. Okay. I was like, wow. And I finally said, do you have something against digital nomads? Now, mind you, the whole time he was acting like he was interested, but he was just really negative about my lifestyle and what I did, and very challenging. And he's like, oh, no, I'm just saying that was just in Chiang Mai. That was just in Chiang Mai what I noticed. And I was like, oh, okay, well. So he went on to talk about some interest that he had in Vietnam, and I was talking to him about how I was actually in a board meeting just, 2 weeks ago, a little less than 2 weeks ago, with an organization that connects Vietnam and this city where I'm at in San Francisco. They want to really talk about how to add in technology in the trash systems and the recycling systems and all of that. And I found myself being a little snarky. I was like, yeah, I was actually in a board meeting. I don't think hippies go to board meetings. And so he found himself like consistently saying, oh no, it was just, it was just in Chiang Mai. That's just what I noticed. And then he went on in his conversation and he said something like, yeah, I mean, the only people that can travel, like really travel, they have to be pretty wealthy. And so there was still this thing happening with him where it was like, you're either wealthy and you're traveling, or you're this dirty traveling hippie. I mean, he just kept rubbing it in. And then this was the last straw, you guys. Like, and I kept in my mind wanting to give him the benefit of the doubt because I have a very dismissive personality when it comes to dating. I am extremely like, I don't care. I don't need it. I will dismiss you. And I'm like that in all relationships. Like, I'm just done. Like, this is who I am. So I kept trying to be different and give him the benefit of the doubt. And finally he says, and I'm on my second drink. The night is still young, right? And he says, oh yeah, so you're writing this book. And I was like, yeah. I said, I'm putting the book on hold. The particular book he was talking about, I said, I'm working on some other things right now because I really want to market that book in a way where I want more funding to market it. And he goes, yeah, because nobody really reads books nowadays anyway. I was done. And I could tell, like, I'm the type of person too, when the wall goes up, you see it. Like, you see the bricks just, like, you could tell that he could tell that I was fucking done. I just kind of went, He's like, I mean, isn't your attention span a lot shorter now than it was? And I was just like, And so I give the guy my card and I'm like, could you charge a penny? He was like, oh, I thought this meal was complimentary. I said, well, I'm going to tip the young lady. I'm not going to leave here without a tip. And he just didn't offer anything on the tip. Any other time I've taken somebody, they've offered, to put in on the tip at the very least. He offered nothing for that. I think a part of it was age. I find that because even shortly before that, I was saying something like, oh, I'm going to make a video. And he's like, oh, well, you can get some students to come from the school and do your video. And I'm like, dude, you prop your phone up on a tripod. Like, I think age is really causes this gap. I mean, not even age. I think even younger people, if they don't get it, they don't get it. But that mixed with him being an older guy, it was just a disaster. Oh my gosh. It's just, ugh, you guys. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I just wanted to share that. But no, digital nomads aren't necessarily rich or poor. You know, there's a such thing as a middle class or somebody that just lives a normal life. Um, Bloggers do make money. They very much do. I have not put my focus 100% into being a travel blogger, so my energies and my everything goes in all these different places. So no, my blog, essentially, I'm not like making a lot of money just from this blog. I have a couple of things going on that keep me afloat, but there are people who strictly blog and they can make money. um People read books, and whether they read books or not, I don't think there's anything wrong with writing a book. Oh, this guy just like, he didn't like me. He just really yeah. And I don't feel like he was trying to take jabs. I feel like he was just talking. I feel like that's just what he felt. And you know, when he kept trying to apologize for the dirty hippie thing, I was like, oh no, people feel that way. People people think that. People feel that way. There is so much negativity around, there's so much negativity that comes from people, and that's such a big part of the nomadic journey, is dealing with people and their opinions, because they just cannot get it, they don't get it, they don't want to get it. But I'm just thinking, why did you come out with me? Like, I don't know. I mean, he knew I wasn't easy. Like, it's very clear on my profile and in speaking to me that I'm not here for a hookup or. So I don't know what this guy wanted. I don't understand it. And I think, I mean, did he want me to sit there and debate him about that? No, I'm not lonely, and no, I don't want to put down roots, and no, there's nothing wrong with me, and no, I'm not a dirty hippie, and what the hell did he want? And I mean, I guess, you know what? I don't need anybody gassing me up or lying. I mean, at least he gave me the honest to God truth about what he thought about me. Um, I don't know. And should I leave room for people to have these? But it was just so negative. It was one negative after another, right? And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's like the fourth incident that I was finally like, I'm done. You know? I don't know. It's just crazy. But I just wanted to share. Bye.